Hey everyone. Hi Yaya, how are you? Yaya, how are you feeling? Can you guys hear me? Are you feeling better? I
Hi
didn't see.
everyone. Hi Yaya. How are you?
Hey Soso Bomb, how are you? Hi Stop Six, how are you? Welcome. Yaya, are you feeling better? How do you feel? I know, I stopped it. There was no sound, I stopped it. Can you hear me? RNY RNY TV, wait, you just woke up. I haven't gone to sleep. Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, your cough sounded bad, yeah. That cough was bad. I'm concerned. Did you see a doctor? You know that cough can turn into like bronchitis. She didn't sound so good. I know it's late. It's almost 2 o'clock. Hit the like on your way in. You guys can hear me, right? I don't know if I should put this earpiece. I don't even know if it's connected. I don't think so. Um, hit the like on your way in. uh share the live if you can, share the live if you can. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. How long has it been? I know, like, I heard you. What, I didn't see you. Did I see you today? No, I didn't see you today. I think I heard you yesterday. It sounded bad. What day is that? It's like day what? Hopefully you're on the mends. My poor yeah. Are you taking anything? Like, is there anything that you're taking to feel better at least? Yeah, that's really all you can do. You know what I'm saying? You can't, I mean, there's nothing that, like, they don't, I think I thought I had it, but I've been vaccinated and boosted and boosted and boosted and whatever, right? And I mean, the only thing that it helps is like, hi Trap, how are you? The only thing that, hi Mike Lewis, the only thing that does is hold on, let me remove this this banner. The only thing that does, yeah, is like, like your symptoms are not as bad. You know what I mean? So aside from that, all you can do is treat the symptoms. Um, so hopefully the symptoms are not as bad. That cough though, like, you, if you believe in taking medicine, just get like an expectorant to like get all that stuff out of your chest, because it sounded like it's in your chest. If you believe in like the natural remedies, like elderberry, and hey, there's this thing that, but I know that you're already sick, right? During the pandemic, I bought it from Whole Foods. It's like the little shots of like the elderberry and like ginger and all of that stuff. They sell it at Whole Foods. I think other places have it too. They can be kind of expensive, but I think that they work. I think they're really good. I have vaccine. Man, yeah, me too. Yeah, I feel like the time that I lost my voice, I didn't know what it was. But I mean, I didn't feel bad. Yeah, you sounded bad. I hope you feel better. Yeah. Mike Lewis said that he just got over. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yikes. And you probably lost weight. That means you have to like drink a lot of electrolytes to get all that stuff back in that you lose. Yeah, so what is going on? What's going on? I do understand that some of the parties that I would be watching, I think maybe live, but I just wanted to do a like a quick recap a quick recap of what is going on. Hi, Jess Andrea. How are you? Hi, Reef. How are you? Welcome. I wanted to do a quick recap of what the heck has happened. It seemed like a lot was happening in the past 24 hours. Today's what? Well, today's Wednesday now. Let me have some of my coffee. Yesterday I had coffee late. I know I should learn. I had coffee late, and so I was up really late. Um So, yeah, yeah, even though you were sick, like, are you getting some sleep? Were you watching from the clouds? Did you catch anything? Did you catch anything? I'm gonna attempt. Listen, I'm not even up to date. I did record some stuff, but hi, Godflow, Thy One, Thy Hate. How are you? I'm Danilo Brown of the man. Whenever he comes, I always laugh because he always has a lot of he always has interesting stuff to say. There's a fact. Wait, hold up. Let me reread. Hi, Muffy Boo. Let me read what you said. I'm Danilo Brown of the Manosphere. Wait, is Carter Manosphere? Jimmy Manosphere sector. They love me. Just facts. I don't need no flowers. I take mine's Godflow. Okay. You share my life. Why you're writing me these long things? You cut the end of Pizarro. Yeah, okay. Oh, so that means you cut uppity trying to be sassy. See, this is what happens when you all boost these people up. That is not confident. That's something else. That shit is called something else, okay? That is not confident. That's just being delusional, okay? But I'm not wasting my time on that thing. But so So maybe I'll start over there. Okay, Pizarro. What? This is Pizarro's what? Second live? Pizarro came back live. Yeah, yeah. This is the second live. The first live. Oh, the live before that. It just seemed like I watched a lot of live. Yeah, You've never. Oh, you never. Yes, I know you're not. You're not. Yes, you're one of the. You're like the logical one, but everybody. I don't know if people really think that is what that's called. I'm going to look up the definition of that. The girl is talking shit that she doesn't know. Meanwhile, the people she's talking about are over there playing the video of her dancing, embarrassing herself. Embarrassing herself. We're talking about someone's news that she knows nothing about. Hi, Cosmo. How are you? We're talking about something that she knows about. Something that a goofy ass person, a goofy ass bitch, try to do something, right? Try to lie and come up here and do something, right? Um, I hate when people call me while like is that for real? Oh, I don't hear anything. Can you guys still hear me? Um, so what was I saying? Okay. So like, I'm trying to figure out where to start, right? Because Pizarro's life kind of like came from obviously from the Mo 3 sector, a la Chanel Cartel, the recording of Tisa, right? Tisa came live today. Um, and so Pizarro responded. Okay. So okay, you hear me. Okay, thank you, thank you. I'm Nina Brown minus for Carter. All the Keishas love my stuff. I don't know who this troll is, but somehow some of the stuff she write is funny. Is that young MIA that is like under a different name, under a different account? Because somehow I feel like young MIA is always saying some stuff that is like weird and funny. Okay, so let me just go ahead and let me do the Mo 3 sector. Okay, I'm gonna do the Mo 3 sector. Um, I'm gonna do the Mo 3 sector, and I'm only covering stuff from today, 24 hours. I'm not even gonna touch on what DJ did. I don't feel like touching on that. I don't. That's not right. I don't even agree with all of that stuff. So I'm not even gonna touch it. Hi, Very Carrie. And then she had the audacity to say very Carrie and I were like talking, and I was laughing. I'm like, I'm coming with you. And then this weird Oompa Loompa looking bitch up there talking about you're laughing. Nobody was paying attention. This is like what happens when people, didn't I talk about that stuff where people get fixated or get addicted to YouTube and get the attention they get because they don't have all that in real life. Like you're looking in the chat and like thinking you're doing something because you're up on a panel. Hi, C Dupree. um okay, so I'm gonna start with the military sector, right? Okay, so we do know that SD and Queen 88, they fell out, right? Initially, I thought that was a play. I'm like, that's weird. They just kind of fell out and no one's really talking about it. They're not saying anything. I think maybe 88 just got tired and she had other things to focus on. And so she just wasn't talking about it, right? So they fell out, right? On whose live was it? I think it was K Kira's live. K Kira was live, right? And Big Baby was in the chat. And SD was up there with K Kira, and somehow SD saw K look, this Godflow person. I love Keisha, New Jack City, and Belly. Just my inside joke bars. Oh, okay. Yeah, the screeching. Oh, is that what woke you up? Okay, okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate because oh my gosh. So Big Baby was in the chat and gets timed out by SD. So she hits the panel. She's like, who the heck timed me out? Right? Oh no, maybe he wasn't on the panel, but he like she hit the panel when she got timed out or whatever, and he joined and he hit the panel at the same time, and she's like, who the heck timed me out? And he said he did it. And he said, man, she was like, why'd you time me out? That's how we found out that there's some issue with the two of them. And then they start talking. Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Why on earth do people come? Do you think it's when they're drunk? Is it because they're drunk that they start like squealing or writing on themselves, snitching on themselves? Okay, so they go back and forth, right? And as he starts talking, I'm not sure if he had a drink. I don't know. I was too busy. I was too busy listening. Like, what did he just say? Saying that they were trying to run a bag up, that they were trying to hit a lick for 100K. Um, you know, and they start going back and forth, and she's like, no, it's not true. And he's accusing Big Baby, oh, you're going over there, you're taking information to 88, you're over there, you're licking 88's butt, you're doing this and doing that. And people in the chat are like, wait, what are they talking about? This is like a crime. Did he just talk about bank? Some banking, alleged banking, uh, illegal activities that they were doing, right? And Big Baby is like, no, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you'd be talking about stuff like this. Like I wasn't planning anything. And Big Baby is like, yeah, you're a police ass. People have said that about, him. He's actually even said that about himself, right? Hasn't he? He's come on here and said that he has friends like in the police forces or whatever. He's talked about it on live. So it's like not alleged because he said it himself. But in this case, he's talking about the whatever they have going on behind the scenes, some sort of like I don't know, some scam. It sounds like an alleged scam. It sounds like an alleged scam, right? Okay, so he was like getting mad at Big Baby, like, oh, you went and told 88 that I had zero balance in my account, and it's like that's not true. That's not true. I don't know why you would do that. You're running around 88, and I don't know why you're running around 88 and trying to kiss up to her and stuff. And so it's like, wait a minute. Okay, so um he's falling out with 88. right? So now it's like he's trying to, it appears, I'm only saying is it appears because we don't know, right? We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Obviously, they have some sort of whatever they had going on behind the scene. Someone must be upset, right? Because we don't know all the details. Those of us that don't talk to them and only know of what we see and what spills out on social media, right? You cannot always believe what spills out on social media because you don't know. Something had to have happened that got them upset, you know, for this to come out. And I don't know if it was part of the alcohol that made him reveal that they had like a plan. I don't know, this 100K lick, like, was he was he attempting to say that they were going to hit up to 100K? Was that the plan? How much have they done? I don't know. Okay, so when people heard that, you see people in the chat saying, "You need to be quiet. Don't be saying stuff like that online. You need to stop. You need to drop down." And obviously, because that is a crime. It is a crime, and he's over there talking their business or saying whatever it is, right? So we hear this information and it's like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? So obviously, as you can see, Big Baby is really upset, right? So 88 goes live. Hey Prime, how are you? uh Godfrey says, when I get litty, I talk about how I love BBW and Big Baby Chick mods. Time to you got timed out. You got timed out for liking Baby. Why? That's your preference. Why should you get timed out? You shouldn't get timed out. I hate when people like time you out for, if you're not harassing, disrespecting, or whatever. That like takes away from the experience, right? If you're just giving your opinion, you should not be getting timed out, right? Okay, so you got timed out. You got That's unfortunate. Well, at least they just timed you out. What's wrong with BBW? Everybody has their preference. You like BBW. Um, so 88 goes live. 88 obviously is livid. 88 is like, I never told any, right? He's like, he, SD is basically saying, right? He's alleging that 88 told Big Baby's business, and he's over there spilling the whatever dealings or things that they have going on behind the scenes. And then was he the one that was accusing Big Baby of allegedly um selling her kitty cat? That allegation came up too, right? So when 88 goes live, as you can imagine, Big Baby is upset. She's upset because SD has made all this allegation over there, talked about the lick, whatever they had going on behind the scenes, whether true or not. We don't know if it's true. We can only believe what he said, right? So I will say alleged, okay? I will say alleged, and it gets worse. It gets worse through the night, okay? 88 goes live, and 88 is like, listen, hey, Miss Belinda, how are you? Welcome. 88 goes live and 88 is upset. 88 is like, listen, you're a snake. This is why I got the hell away from you. You're a snake. I am already sick of you. I never told you anything about Big Baby's business. I don't even know anything about Big Baby's business. Why do you get on here and you just keep on lying? Why do you get on here? You keep on lying, and you're trying to cause problems between me and Big Baby. I don't know her business to be telling you anything. Um, I already fell out with you because you're a snake, and now you want me to fall out with Big Baby, and we're not gonna fall out because I didn't say anything. I didn't talk about her business. I didn't say anything about her, right? And then she's mad, and she's like, "Look at you, Because if you guys remember, he was staying over there. I didn't even know he was there for like that many weeks, but I think it was revealed that he was there off and on for like about 3 weeks, right? So he was over there for like about 3 weeks, right? And so I guess she got sick of it, and they had the falling out. Again, I will say we don't know all the stuff behind the scenes, like if they had anything going on or what truly caused the falling out, right? But obviously on YouTube, she said, listen, because that's the person that she would say, my brother, right? They're like brother and sister. So when she got mad, to me, this time she sounds fed up. Are they gonna make up? They've fallen out before, right? And they went months without talking and then they made up. Are they gonna make up? Probably. Probably. Time will tell. These people fight, it's YouTube. That's how it goes, right? So she's mad, and then she's like, oh well, I guess she decided, I don't know, is that considered doxing? Right? She was like, yeah, she decided to, I guess, kind of air him out too. Like, you want to talk shit? You want to talk shit? Well, I'm gonna talk shit. Okay. Then she reveals that SD is still married. Okay. Right? He's been going back and forth between her place, the wife's place, Jade's place. I don't know if he's back with Jade or not. Uh, Today they were fighting. Tomorrow it could be different. I don't know. It's clear that these people love each other. So he said it. He even said it today. He was like, "I love her. I do love her. I do love her." So look, they love each other. This back and forth will continue. Anyone thinks that this back and forth between him and Jade will not continue, they're delusional, because it will. Right? So it was like basically like, listen, you want to talk shit, you're hi Taro, how are you? Welcome, Taro. Um so 88 is like, yeah, you're still married, right? You're still married. And he said, you don't take care of your kids. Like, she calls him a snake, and she said that's why she got the heck away from him. And then she said, yes, you do check scams. You talked about it on live. Oops. Oops. That's the thing. A lot of the stuff that he talks about it on live. I don't know if it's like the drinking and he forgets that he's talking about it on live, but he talks about it on live, right? So 88 was like, yes, you do check scam. Actually, I do remember the live. I do remember the live, okay? I do remember the live because as far as we know, he drives a bus, right? This was, I don't know if it was like after he got dogs. This was a while ago when he talked about it. Like, I'm talking months ago. Um, Hi, Vesha, how are you? Vesha G, how are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Jesse didn't have the right Asian women like Rising Sun movie. Who you can't eat food. Oh, that reminds me, I was supposed to like finish cooking. Oh. Yes, we're talking about ST, right? So, right, him and Big Baby got in a fight. He spilled some behind the scenes tea, and then 88 is like, you're lying on me. I didn't say anything about Big Baby's business. I don't even know what Big Baby's business is. So how can I spill anything? So then she's like, since you're a snake, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about your business. You're still married. You don't take care of your kids, allegedly. You don't. You do check scams. You said it online, right? Remember? Like, she's like, yeah, remember. Okay, so then at some point, Jade goes live. I think maybe that while somebody was live, listen, because this was on K Cure's live. If you guys want to check it out, go to K Cure Bando. K Cure Bando, I think it's her channel name. Go to K Cure's Bando, and then 88 did her own live. Okay, you can see that exchange there, right? This is where it happened. Then Jade herself goes live, and of course, you guys know when Jade goes live and starts to expose, SZ is upset, right? SZ always goes over there. He hits the panel, they argue, and then he goes on his own platform, right? Jade went live, right? So these guys are still fighting. Jade went live, and Jade was like, listen, because he's a legend. Listen, he called, like, the way he talks to her, right? The way he talks to her, it's like really bad, right? You're this, you're so dumb, you're this, I pay for everything. Okay, he's always said that he pays for everything. And okay, so probably he does, okay? I think we've seen that he does. Even when they're fighting, she'll be texting him, right? This is what we've heard on live. She'll be texting him. She'll be texting him for money, for like, it could be money for whatever, money for what happened with the dog? please, because the dog came up, and I think I missed that part of the recording. What happened to his dog? He had a dog that she had over there, and since he's bouncing from place to place, where is the dog? Oh my gosh, Tara, what? Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Visha G. You're doing good. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, I do appreciate the people who watch me from the cloud, because a view is a view, right? Whether it's from the clouds or you in the chat or it's replay. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, so the dog came out, and I was like trying to catch up and read the chat, like what the heck happened to the dog while he's talking about money, because one of the text messages in the past was she had messaged him like, can you send money so I can buy dog food, right? This is his dog. He was crying for this dog, and now all of a sudden we don't hear about the dog. So where is the dog, right? Where is the dog? Is the dog still alive? Was the dog like picked up? Where is the dog, right? We don't know where the dog is. Because I was reading the chat, and people were like, oh my gosh, the dog ran away, or they starved the dog to, I mean, I don't know where the dog is. I need to join. Yes, yes, one of these days when I drop the link, you're always more than welcome to hit the link, Taro. um so SD is like, SD is going off on her. You're so fake. You're this, you're that, like the usual verbiage, their usual fight, okay? Their usual fight. And he's saying, I just paid your phone bill. I just paid $200 for your phone bill, right? So he's upset. He's like really upset, that she's trying, like she said, like he says, I really hate you ever since you tried to get me on a live. Did you guys hear of the time when it was alleged that she told whoever, certain people, his bus route, like where he was gonna be or whatever. And I don't know if they succeeded in like meeting him or doing something or fighting him or whatever. I don't know. There are just so many wild stories with this couple, right? It's like everything is fast, like always moving. He's been like in and out of jail. Oh, and I think that's what 88 said, that he had just, did he go to jail last week? I can't keep up. I cannot keep up. Right? They fight. She kicks him out. Jade, that is. Jade kicks him out, calls Popo on him. And I know that Broadway has a live, and it's like his picture. I don't know if that's the most recent one. Child, I can't keep up. Okay. But it's like the couple, that they're gonna fight. They're gonna come live and talk about it. And then they're gonna get back together, right? They're gonna get back together. That's what happens, right? So he's like telling her off. He's like, yeah, I just paid $200 for your phone bill. I was like, wait, what the heck kind of phone bill? What kind of plan do you have? My bill is like, listen, my bill before, it used to be 140 something, but now it's under 100. It's like 90 something dollars. I was like, damn, $200? What kind of plan is that? Who do you have? Okay, $200. I'm thinking more like cable or something. My cable is expensive. I'm like, damn, $200 for a phone bill for 1 month? Is that for 1 month? Right? So Jade is over there. Jade is fighting back. Jade is like, listen, it's like you're the one that apparently these people are in people's like pigs. I think, like, listen to me, I feel like people like to say that the salacious things that people want to talk about, right, when it's time to like either run a play, or it's time for people to spill tea on someone. They'll say either I have a like a dick pic, I have a this pic, I have naked pictures, I have a picture of someone having sex with someone, whatever. So apparently, at this point, Jade said that that SD was, he was the one that said something about 88 and some pig. Okay, this is alleged. Okay, this is alleged. This is all alleged. Okay, because we don't know. We're not there. I have no idea. This is like hearsay. So SD denied it, and he said, no, that is not true. I never told you about that, right? They try to put a name. I'm not even going to say the name because I know what that feels like when some goofy ass people try to, like start shit and smear your name on stuff. So that poor guy, I'm not even gonna say his name because I heard the same stuff. And people, I don't know why people are fascinated with other people's private parts, right? So he said that as he denied it, he said no. He said, I never told you that that was a pic. I told you that I know of. I never said that it was a pic. I never said of the name or whatever, right? Okay, so she accused him of being the one that told her, and I'm sure that's why. I'm sure he's like, you're so embarrassing. When they get mad at each other, they get to, talking crap. Yeah, your bill was $200 a month when I was with That's who I had. I had, okay, yes. Yeah, you know what? I had Sprint. And like T-Mobile bought Sprint. Okay. So I had the Sprint, this plan for like the longest time, and my thing was an auto pay, right? And like when it's an auto pay, you can get like a certain discount. Um, so it was like 140 something like every month, right? I don't I think it had like unlimited. I don't remember what else, but I had that plan. I had been with Sprint for whatever, however long, right? Um, so whenever I got a different phone and I went to the Sprint store, right? And so now they needed to switch it over because now T-Mobile owes them. And somehow I think they put it, I think I still have the same plan. However, it's now like on a T-Mobile, whatever, or maybe they updated it. So now it's like 90 something dollars. Yeah, yeah. Are you still with them? You might want to, but my account is uh like a long-term Sprint, whatever, to where they can't completely change it. All they could do was convert the plan or whatever, right? But at least it lowered my bill. So I'm happy with that. At least I saved $40 or whatever, $50 or something close to it per month. So I'm not complaining. But yes, but 200, oh no. Yeah. Um Sprint was kind of expensive. So as she's like, yeah, I paid this, and she's like, yeah, you told me about this 88 and some alleged pic of somebody, and 88 covered that on her. 88 covered that on her live. She, like first she tried to make light of it, but then she was like, you know what? No, I'm just kidding. But it's not true, right? It's not true. But people are gonna go with whatever, and when they wanna like shoot off at the mouth, they wanna talk about that, right? So uh they both go back and forth, right? And so SD said SD said this is not funny because this is violent, right? Because we know that it's been alleged that she like they get in a fight when he shows up, like when his mugshot is like he's beat up, he has like busted lip and stuff, and 88 has even come herself and said that she like will beat him up and stuff. He is so SD himself is now saying, like today he said that he got beat up for sending his baby mama $700, right? Right, the baby mama, and I guess is that the wife? That's what 88 alleged, that they're still married. Oh, okay. So you switched to the 50. Okay. Okay, so you started a new one. Yeah. I don't know. I guess probably I don't know. Nothing has changed with like the way I use my phone. I still have like unlimited or whatever, but whatever they did, it's cheaper. It's cheaper now that T-Mobile bought them, I guess. Um, so as he said that he got beat up, so it's like, wait, did Jade beat him up because he gave his baby mom $700 instead of giving her some of the money? But he's like, well, but I just paid a $200 phone bill for you, like even when he's not there, right? They go back and forth. He's like, why do you keep always pretending to these people on here? You keep pretending to these people on here, right? They go back and forth about whether they sleep together. When he's there, man, I cannot keep up, okay? I can't keep up. He says they do. She says they don't. They go back and forth. And uh, he said, listen, he said, that Jade is the one who put all the cases on him, right? And that, like, that Jade told Kikir that like she was gonna take all the cases out. Remember, there was a time, like a month or 2 months, like June or July, she went to Popo on him. Like, whenever they went on vacation and came back, she went on live. I mean, like, all this stuff like unfolds on live, whether they delete it or private it or whatever. We see it unfold. Okay, we see all this stuff unfold. um she In this case, I think I agree with Kakir, because I didn't see Jay doing anything, right? I don't, but then again, we don't know what happens behind the scenes to spark the fight, because it's like all of a sudden they all went live at the same time. So clearly something happened behind the scenes, right? KQ was like, listen, Jay didn't do anything today. I don't know why you guys are fighting. You guys need to stop fighting, whatever, like pleading it with him, like, listen, like, just leave her alone. She didn't do anything. It sounded like she came to defend herself. It sounds like she came to defend herself, right? So he's mad. He's like, yeah, you put all those cases on me. You're supposed to take them off, and you didn't. You have not yet taken them off, right? So then while there, right? I think Kikir ended her live. Then he goes live. Okay, he goes live, but then why do you keep bringing these people on social media? Now his wife slash baby mom, it was on live. She was talking. I feel like this is how Jade was introduced to social media, to you this is how she got introduced to YouTube. And then when all this stuff starts happening, don't introduce any more of your family member. You see how nasty and dirty these people get on here. I wouldn't well, the good thing is, it sounded like the wife slash baby mom does not want any parts of it. She seemed irritated. She's like, stop all that yelling. Hopefully she will not get on here, because that's gonna be it's gonna go bad. I don't think that Jay should have been on this YouTube. If 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 he had kept it off, then he wouldn't be getting mad at her at this point, trying to tell her to get off live. It's too late. She's already on here. She already has a page. She has over 1K. She has people who come to her live when I mean, it's too late. I wouldn't want my baby mom. I wouldn't want the baby mom either to now become another person from that household that, has a channel. Let me don't get good. Oh my gosh. I have no idea what I'm literally just telling my truth. Oh my gosh. This troll. This troll. You're a troll, right? Okay, you're a troll. What is that avatar? I don't know what that avatar is. I cannot. I'm gonna look away so I don't get distracted. Okay, so as you can hear his baby mom, and he's saying her name, so you can't later on say that anybody doxed her, because you were saying her name, and I think 88 said the name, right? If that's the same lady, if that's the mother of the people in the chat were like asking questions, you can hear her. He was asking the questions from the chat to his baby mom, saying, okay, people say that I don't take care of my kids, is that true or not? And she was answering. She was like, you take care of your kids, all 6 kids. And then meanwhile Jade meanwhile Jade is live. Jade is like, yeah, that 6-1, I don't even think the 6-1 is yours. I don't even think the 6-1 is yours, right? Because she won't give him a blood test. Listen, if they're still married and he accepted he accepted to take that as his child, and he sees that as his child, that's a good thing. That's not a negative thing, right? That's the parent that the child knows is the dad, right? I don't think that that's a bad thing. I don't That can be a drag. But on YouTube, anything can be a drag. Uh, me too. Me too. Beisha, I hated Sprint, okay? Because where I live, like at some point I was having so much problems with Sprint. Like I had to put my stuff on what do you call it? Like Wi-Fi calling. Because I would get dropped calls. Because I mean, like when I go live from certain place, you can see the trees behind me. I don't know if that's why, or they just didn't have good towers over here. I hated it. I don't have that problem now that what do you call it? These people bought them, but oh, I hated them. I wrote them. I cussed them out. Oh my gosh, it was bad. Yeah. Anyway, so he's got so he's live and he's got his baby mom and he's like asking her questions from the chat, right? And she's trying to tell him, you don't have to prove anything. You don't have to prove anything to these people in the chat. You know, you don't have to, and you don't have to be so loud. Why are you answering? And I think Broadway was in there. Broadway was in there trolling the heck out of him. Broadway was trolling him, right? Broadway was trolling him, saying all kinds of stuff in the chat, saying that she's gonna come and take the baby mom from him or something like that, right? And he's talking back, talking trash, saying, "Oh, she doesn't like big guys," and I said, "I don't even have any problem with this." And the baby mom was also talking trash to Broadway. I'm like, "Oh no, is this how it started with Jade?" Oh, baby mom, please don't get it. Don't engage with YouTube people. Don't engage with them, right? She's like answering the question. He's asking her, what neighborhood did I grow up in? Okay, so what is that? Is that Oakland 44? She said Oakland 44, and the people are trying to like say, "Oh, your baby mom is white. Your baby mom is white," and she's like, "I'm not white. I just talk proper, right?" Hi, big guest man. How are you? Yes, I remember that happening to me. Yes, Visha, man. If I could, like, man, I could just remember my frustration. I was so mad with those people. Um, so the baby mom is like answer like, no, I'm not white, and he's telling her, okay, tell them what you are. What are you? She says I think she's mixed, black and white. I think she's mixed with black and white. She said, I just talk proper, okay? Right? It's like once again, you're telling all these people too much information. You're telling these people too much information, right? Um, so she's like answering all this question, and the good thing for me, I got the impression that hopefully she's not gonna be a regular. Hopefully she's not gonna be a regular on YouTube, right? Because she might just get interested and curious and then decide to, get a page. Hi, soul sister number one show. How are you? Good morning. So, child, these people are fighting and going back and forth. And guess who decides to come over there and I don't know how they got wind of it. So, um, MHB got wind of what was going on, and MHB was like, "Oh, really? So you guys were running, guys? You talking about, I mean, I guess talking about all three of them, right? Because it was SD, Big Baby, and 88 who were fighting, right? MHB gets wind of it, and he's like, "What? You guys are running? You guys are running a scam, an alleged scam? Oh, you're going to jail. First he said it was Big Baby, right? First it was like he was targeting Big Baby. He was gonna target Big Baby, and he was like, someone tell me Big Baby's number. Did he? Yes, he hit 88's panel. That's what he did. He came over there and he asked what was going on, and he got information, and then he went back on his platform. He went back on his platform, and so he was targeting Big Baby. He was targeting Big Baby, right? Um, he said that he was going to find her name, that she was going to go back to jail. He was going to report her. Is she on probation? I guess maybe man, YouTube. I don't know how people know like so much stuff. I guess I don't know. So he must know information. I don't know anything about her, like her business or her information or her status, like freedom, whatever, probation, whatever. But apparently he does, right? Apparently he does. So he's over there asking, "Oh, so you were over there," and then Big Baby's like, "Oh, I think he just, like." ever since I, like I said no and I left, and he keeps bothering me anytime I say no. Now he wants to, like, now he wants to dox me. Now he wants to call look, MHB said I'm going to call Crime Stoppers. MHB was on live calling on these three. First, he was like, people were saying, "Oh, this on SD. Oh, don't they have herpes?" They were really judging 88. How could you? So 88 went and hit his panel when he was live, and they were like, "How could you?" Captain Keith was there, okay, and 88 was on there, and they were asking, "So you had this guy from the internet, and he was staying with you, right?" She was telling the story like, "Listen, I took him as my brother, and he stayed at my place." So she gave them like a summary, a rundown of what happened, right? And they were like, "Wait a minute, you mean to tell me you have this guy from the internet, and you had him staying on your couch for about 3 weeks?" And then you know how MHP gets, okay? He's like, "Oh," and then they start speculating. "Oh, she must have smashed him," and it is like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." Right? And these guys are just running wild with the story. "Oh, wait a minute. You didn't even know him." She's like, "I knew him. I knew him for a year. I knew him for a year." Right? Big baby, hi. Big baby, did you watch MHB's did you see that he called? I don't know. I left. I don't know how it ended. I'm hoping that they were taking information. He was given. I don't think he got your name. I'm not sure. I know at the beginning while I was there, he was asking people for your name or for your information. But I think he started off with SD first, because someone gave him the name, right? And obviously he had 88's name, right? He called on live. I don't know if that live is still up. I didn't stay to the end, but he was definitely calling on live, and I really hope that like you guys don't get in trouble. But if I'm not mistaken, he said Crime Stoppers. Did he really call Crime Stoppers on live? Because a lot of stuff was going on in the beef sector, so I kept I kept like I was multi watching, right? So I didn't hear the name of whoever he called, but he said Crime Stoppers. He said Crime Stopper. Did you guys catch that? Did anybody watch that? Did he really? He called. He was when he was talking about SD, he was giving them information. He was talking about whether like any weapons and all of that stuff. He was giving all of that information, right? They were asking questions. So I don't know if he completed all three of you guys, but he definitely said on there that he was calling Crime Stoppers, and he did call. He called on live. You know how MHB gets down, right? So like he was making a lot of allegations on there, but for me, like some of the I don't even want to repeat it. If it's still up, you have to go see it, because like people can get in trouble with this internet stuff. That's like serious stuff, right? He called, and we don't. Oh, he did call. Oh, so it really was Crime Stoppers. Oh my gosh, yes, I was there. I was watching, and then after a while, I left. At the time when I was watching, he was asking people to give your information, big baby, and I didn't see anybody give it. Right? He said, well, he had 88s, and then he was telling them on the phone. He was telling them about SD. So damn. So what does that mean? Are they gonna call you guys? Man, this sucks. This is like these internet games, and I think he said he was, man, that's messed up. Okay. That's really messed up. I don't like, like I think that's happened before, like where who was it? It was Tracy. Was it Tracy? Somebody called Crime Stoppers on DG. They pulled like all those kind of stuff on. I don't know what Crime Stoppers will do if they're gonna call you and get information or whatever, but that's unfortunate, right? So he did that live. I don't know if that live is still up. I don't know if he kept it up or what's gonna happen. Hopefully tomorrow, like, so forget about it, and hopefully these people listen. They are familiar with this YouTube mess. Okay, these people are familiar with this YouTube mess. They know that people do this on YouTube, so they're not coming to me. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like it's very dangerous when you like. Even though he said it, it's like without like without any evidence, if you're saying like all of these things that could possibly get someone in trouble without any proof, no evidence, no nothing, right? And people there like start somebody a lady hit the panel and made like some allegation about like accounts and 88's account. I don't know if that live is still up. You guys just have to make sure that you go watch the live and see exactly what he said. um because people in the chat, like if people either hit his panel or people like in the chat were telling him stuff. So I don't know what's gonna come of it. But yeah, unfortunately, some of these things without any proof, without any receipt, people, like they're jeopardizing people's freedom, people's people can really get in trouble, right? Without any proof. But MHB. MHB is kind of scary, so you don't want to be on his bad side. Um, so that was that. But then I think, okay, so I don't know, I think I saw that SD came live again. Um, I don't know if, like he's still going back and forth with, hopefully he's calmed down. Because the last live that I saw, I think at that time he was already calm, right? Because people in the chat were like, oh, why are you so calm? He had already calmed down. He wasn't yelling anymore. And I think at this time that's like the life where, his baby mom was there. So hopefully he's calm. There's no escalation. There's no accusations or any more allegations coming out of him, right? Okay, so then from the Mode 3 sector, by way of the beef sector, right? So like Chanel Cartel had, like talked about, the recordings. She had been playing the recordings, and she had made allegations that she had Tisa on recording, and Tisa had talked about like different people, and one of them was Pizarro, okay? And she hasn't played it. However, she did release like a short. She released a short that she posted today, right? Because the beef sector has been waiting for the beef sector has been waiting to hear, right, what is in this recording, right? There's talk of Sevens, because today Chanel mentioned about Sevens information. Like Tisa was talking about Sevens. I don't know. I guess maybe the story with official or whatever at the time. That's the only thing that would make sense that she was talking about, because that's what was like the topic, right? But that story is since like over, right? But apparently it was captured on recording, right? So Chanel hadn't played it because she had been playing like recording with like Isha, and like for the past week and a half, right? So what happened was, I don't know, I guess maybe I must have missed it. Tisa came live, right? Tisa came live. I was like, oh no, I got a notification. Right? It's like everybody came live at the same time. I hate when that happens, right? Because I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to make sure that I capture everything, and it's kind of hard. If 4 people are live, how if I need to like capture anything? This is why these live, because sometimes I can't always capture the clips, right? And even if I capture the clips, I have to, if it's not someone I have like an agreement with that has given me the okay, I would have to get an agreement with that person and say, hey, can I post a clip? Right? And that takes time. So it's just easier to click live and talk about what's going on. I see a notification from Tisa, because the whole time that this has been going on, that we've known that there's a recording of Tisa, right? Tisa didn't go live, right? Tisa didn't go live. The beef sector was rumbling. Pizarro was talking about it. As Shelly was talking about it, people, bone carriers were trying to create problems between the ladies, right? Because some of the people in the beef sector may not necessarily know who the players are that are talked about in the recording. I mean, Chanel obviously knows because she has the recording and she knows the name, but she doesn't know who these people are, right? So bone carriers are going to the beef sector and creating mess. And luckily that mess got squashed in time. The ladies were very mature and they talked about it on Queen 88's panel, like, when was it? Saturday? Was it Saturday or Sunday? So that was good because I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be nasty, right? Um, so that got squashed, right? However, right, people are just waiting, and it's not even hey Montrese, how are you? Okay, and it's not even that. Let me tell you something, right? If you are in the beef sector, or if you know like the characters or the players in the beef sector, when you hear that Tisa says something about Pizarro or whatever, right? Or the whole like crab legs thing, like people saying, "Oh, Pizarro begs for," this is nothing new. If you're familiar with the beef sector, you know that people have said that publicly, so it's not a shocker, right? I think what the anticipation is what else was said and who else was mentioned, right? These are all things that people have said, and so that's not a shocker or anything to Pizarro because she's used to hearing this, right? Um, and it's not a shocker to any of us because we know. And then it's not even a shocker as to the fact that Tisa pulled back because that happened in public, right? We were aware of when it happened. We were aware that it happened because, like there were certain people that, like the whole Mudgate, there were certain people that they felt was not right being on her platform and they voiced their opinion. It happened in public, right? And they talked like, now I know a lot of stuff happens on here and people, too much stuff happens on here and people forget stuff, but I remember because I watched it, and people that visit the spaceship, they know because we were there when it happened, right? But the thing is, what else was said that maybe, right? If there's anything else, I think that that's what the anticipation is. Is there anything else? Because I don't think that Pizarro was shocked, right? Um, so when Tisa came live today, it was like, oh crap, right? I forgot what the title was. So obviously we were watching, right? Because we're like, okay, she's coming live. What happened? What prompted the live? Okay, so for the people who don't know, like Pizarro was live earlier today. If you can go to the spaceship, she um I think she had two lives today. The first live is where actually no. Did she do three lives? She did three, but she deleted one, right? Because she talked about something else. I think she talked about Miss Dovey or something else. Um, so what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I need coffee. Even though it's 3 in the morning. So Tisa came live, but Pizarro had gone live because Pizarro was responding to Bella, right? Pizarro was responding to Bella, and Pizarro felt like it was because of Bella's message, whatever Bella wrote on her wall, and it has to do with like the whole Mudgate and the people, all of that stuff. Okay, all of that stuff, right? And Pizarro felt like this is the reason why Tisa came live today, right? Because I don't know anything behind the scenes or if anybody had been talking or if there was any back and forth. I have no idea. All we know is that Tisa came live today, right? So Pizarro's live addressed Bella, right? And then that live ended. Then Tisa went live. Now somebody dropped down in Tisa's chat. Someone dropped down, hey lovely love, hi boo. You're trying to go to sleep. Oh, I'm glad you have your main page. I shared your main page, what, a day or two ago? I'm glad you have it back. So are you gonna, is that this page? Oh no, you're on two. This is not the main page. You're on the other page. Okay. Um, so Tisa went live, okay? But it was very difficult to figure out who Tisa was talking to, because listening and knowing of the two parties, one, Chanel having the recording, and two, Pizarro, because she didn't say a name, it was hard to figure out who she was talking about. Okay. Um, you're welcome, boo. Oh, you're welcome, Vishaji. You're welcome. You said I wasn't on here until late and after the Yep. I mean, it was chaotic today. Let me tell you. I was like, and then people were going live at the same time. It's like, damn it. I was on two devices. At least I didn't have to pull out the, um, I was gonna say iPad. I don't have it. I don't have an iPad. I was, the tablet. I didn't have to pull out the tablet. So when Tisa went live, that live was how long? Was it the 20-minute one or the 50? That was her first live because she came back live again, okay? Um, Chanel went live, but Chanel was playing the recording of Isha. Isha's Listen, something interesting happened, okay? While Chanel was playing the recording of Isha last night, Isha's husband's ex-wife dropped down in the chat. And I feel like I feel like when she dropped down in the chat, everybody was like, "Oh, okay." She dropped down in the chat and she said who she identified herself, and Chanel saw it, and Chanel was like, "Oh, okay, let me drop the link. If you feel comfortable, you can come and hit the panel, and I'm not going to show your face. I'm going to have a banner that way people won't have, like people don't have to see like whatever, right?" So we thought she was going to hit the panel, but she never did it, right? And we're like, "Oh, what happened?" Right? All she said was she made a comment yesterday like, "Oh, the whole family is weird. I'm fixing." I think like she wanted to talk. She wanted to talk because she was sick of it, right? She was sick of people contacting her from YouTube. People contacting her from YouTube. Now, Isha's husband and Isha had talked to her, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to anybody." She herself has remarried. She's happy. She even went in the comments and said, "Listen, I'm not talking. Okay, you're not getting an interview from me." Right? And Isha's husband addressed SD. When Isha's husband addressed SD, like, "Listen, I know you called her, and I know what you did. I'm not trying to touch you in your real life. You need to leave my real life alone. Like, why are you trying to contact my ex-wife? These people are not on YouTube. They don't want no parts of YouTube. And you called a couple of times, and I know it was you." As D denied it at the time, okay? He denied it at the time, right? That was when he was that was last week or maybe the week before, right? He said it wasn't him. He said it's not true. Or he said prove it, right? I think he said prove it, whatever, right? So then after Isha's husband's ex-wife dropped down yesterday, she never hit the panel. She just kind of like poof disappeared. Like we never saw her again. She never commented again, right? She just made that comment. You could tell like the comment, she was irritated, like she was sick of being contacted by YouTube people, right? So then tonight when Chanel was playing recording, she drops down again, right? She dropped down again, and that's when she said yes, that someone took damn YouTube, it's just too much. She said someone took a screenshot of her dropping down in the chat, and they must have sent it out over there, right? And so Chanel was like, like you said that someone contacted you. Who? She said that it SD. She said SD's name, okay? She said SD was the one who contacted her. That's what she said. She said SD contacted her, right? Um so I don't know what's gonna come of it, right? It sounds like she's irritated. I don't know if she's gonna, like keep talking or what's gonna happen, but she definitely was contacted. For her to drop down in the chat, how did she find Chanel's live? Right? Do you know what I'm saying? For her to be that irritated, or maybe someone gave it to her and say, "Hey, go over here and go talk." Right? For her to drop down, and then I guess someone took the screenshot. Allegedly, well, she said it herself that someone took a screenshot. Someone took a screenshot of her being in the chat. This kind of scared her away, right? So who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen. The whole thing is wild. Okay, so um, so that was partially today. So Chanel was still talking about, like Mo3, like whatever on her recording, and she mentioned, like the whole thing. I think while she was live, I feel like Tisa went live, or she posted something on her community wall. Chanel like kind of made a comment about it, like, whatever, right? So Tisa went live. But when Tisa was live, Tisa was not really saying anything. It was like, hold up. Let me see. Do I have notes from the Tisa live? Do I have notes from the Tisa live? I don't think I have notes from the Tisa live. Hold up, let me see. Because then Tisa was live, then Pizarro was live. It was all happening at the same time. It's like, listen, guys, how the heck do you expect me to keep up and bring you guys what is happening, right? So when Tisa went live, right? Oh yeah, I think I have it here. Okay. Uh, Tisa was like, listen, Tisa's first live, Tisa was like, listen, I don't care about any recording, why hasn't the recording dropped, right? Because like we've heard about the recording and the beef sectors, like, where is a recording, right? Like, where is a recording? They want to hear what it was that was said about beef sector people, right? Tisa was like, why hasn't this dropped, right? um she said, I don't care, I've been nice long enough, like no one's gonna do anything to her. She said, she tried to leave peacefully. Now it's very weird, because peacefully where? Because it's like, to me it was kind of like double talk, because that could apply to Pizarro and that could apply to Chanel, right? But with Pizarro, she said it publicly that she was gonna like fall back, and she did. She didn't really, after that time that, like it was in public and they had that discussion about the whole situation and the people on the panel. And I mean, Pizarro called it out, right? It was about Nina, right? Some people have, feel like, they feel the way that they feel about Nina being on the panel, and how, some of the stuff she says. Some people think she's not black. People think that she's white and she's gaslighting, right? And so a lot of people fell back, right? And I guess Tisa was one of the people. So when she was saying walk away peacefully, I'm assuming or speculating or alleging that she's referring to Chanel, because she had already like stopped coming to the spaceship, right? I hadn't seen her there. If I saw her after that discussion, maybe once, but she really wasn't coming there anymore. So I can only imagine that she was referring to Chanel, right? Because she was a moderator at Chanel's. Um, and I thought I had seen her, but I thought I had seen her like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I may be wrong. I'm not sure, because now I can't remember. Things happen so fast. So I'm like, I also was confused, like what happened. I didn't know, but you mind your business and keep it moving. So when all of this came up, as far as like, like the recording or whatever, I'm like, oh wait, was there a falling out, right? And I guess that's what Tisa was saying, right? She's like, drop the recording. She said, if anybody asks me, she went on to say in her, because she came back live, right? She came back live, and because Pizarro went live and Pizarro was responding. Now, somebody dropped in her chat. I don't know who it was that dropped in her chat. I could not see, right? The only way you could see is if you're a moderator, because I think they blocked her or they timed her out. So, like a regular person, I didn't see it. I don't know who it was, but I remember Tisa was like, I know you didn't drop down in my chat. I don't know who that was. I don't know if that was Pizarro or who it was, right? Because shortly after that, Pizarro was live, right? Responding to some of the stuff that um Tisa was saying. And the reason I say it was kind of like double talking because she didn't say a name in the first live. She did not say a name in the first live, right? Because she said, like she was talking about someone's husband. If you have to come over here and beg for a cash app or whatever, and you have a man, then it's time to upgrade your man or whatever. Well, Pizarro has a husband, Chanel has a husband. So it was kind of weird to figure out, are you talking about Chanel or are you talking about Pizarro, right? Because those are some of the things that the people in the beef sector say. Listen, if I could put away my ego and come be like, hey, give me cash app or whatever, and do it, and you guys give me cash app, shoot, I'll beg. I see a lot of people begging there, and close, what is the saying, closed mouths don't get fed. Hi, Sissy Pooh. They need to, hi, Sissy Pooh. Hey, the joy queen, these bitches get uh yeah, so hey, KQ, I didn't even see you on here. Hi, KQ, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Yes, I was talking about your life, and hopefully it's still up, because I said for people to go over there and go check it out, because that's where the shit went down with SD and Big Baby. And I is that where also I can't remember if Jade hit that panel or Jade was in the chat, but Jade definitely went live on her own platform, right? And I thought it was nice for you to defend Jay, because to me, I didn't see anything. But hey, I'm not behind the scenes with this guy, so if something happened behind the scenes, I feel like Jay just turned on the thing and came live to talk, and then things went left, right? So Tisa was there, and Tisa was talking, but it was difficult to figure out, because I watch both parties. It's like, were you talking about Pizarro or are you talking about Chanel? Right? They both have husbands. Um, when you say hit my cash app, or run my numbers up or whatever, people will say that you're begging, right? So people say that of Pizarro. Well, people say that of Chanel. So it was very difficult to figure out who she was talking about, right? On the first live, during her first live, right? Um, she basically was saying, I'm not scared of anyone. I work hard for my money. I try to come out here and help, and try to help, like to help people and elevate people, and nobody on the internet is going to scare me. And I'm, like, you guys have been seeing the nice Tisa, and nobody's gonna do shit to me. That's what she said. She said, you ain't gonna do shit, right? So I'm looking at the Joy Child. Them last 10 minutes was wait, which last 10 minutes of Tisa? Hey, Joy Quinn, do you know, did Pizarro drop in Tisa's chat? Who was Tisa talking? Like, I know you didn't just drop down in my chat. I was like, was that Pizarro? Did Pizarro drop down there and they timed her out or blocked her? Um, are you, no, the Joy Quinn is not Wicked Angel. No, she's not. You're thinking of Wicked Angel's other thing is Angel Joy. Yeah, Wicked Angel's other page is Angel Joy. So she's a Wicked Angel is in she actually knows Black Sector because she was like around during the Nature Boy sector and stuff. Uh, but she's in a different sector, Joy Queen. That's who Sean is talking about. So Tisa was going off, right? I would say I've never heard Tisa talk like that, because Tisa is normally just nice. She's, uh, so we got the tough Tisa today. We got the tough Tisa during that first live, right? Okay. And then who hit the pat? Was it the first live? Okay. So GX hit her panel and tried to talk to her and try to say, um, you're too pretty to, be going back and forth. Listen, Sometimes when you think, I don't want to get down, I don't want to get down and get down and dirty with some people, and sometimes you take it for granted. Sometimes you have to come out and cuss a few bitches out, right? So he was trying to tell her. I was like, when he hit the panel and I heard his voice, I was like, oh, I don't think this is a good idea. Why? If you guys remember during Babe Nation when there was like a YouTube shit between him and Fi, that was one of the things that Tisa didn't like. I was like, this is probably not a good time to hit her panel. But Tisa was a good sport. Tisa was a Tisa was a good sport about it. Tisa was a good sport about it, and Tisa was like, right now I'm like, I guess she was like focused on, like on like dragging or popping her shit, right? And she wasn't in the mood to talk to anyone. Someone else hit the panel. I feel like someone else tried to hit the panel, and she was like, you know what, no, not today. Not today, right? Okay. So she was like, listen, I have my own kids, like I work 2 jobs, I work hard, and I have, I pay my bills, blah, all this stuff, right? But I felt like some of those things were like swipes at Pizarro, right? I felt like she was talking to both of them because the first live, I feel like she was talking to both of them because she didn't say the name. Because some of the stuff, if you know the history, some of the stuff she was talking at Pizarro, right? Hi, Papi, how are you? Oh, I always forget when I see you. I always remember to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, she was going off. She was going off. Okay. Oh, okay. Someone already did it. Thank you. I can't see it over here in StreamYard. So oh wait, who? Who, me, Sister Pooh, who? Or Joy Queen? Oh, it was the spit. Yes, yes, Joy Queen. It was the spit laptop scene and the ending clip. Okay, it was like, wait, who is spitting? Is that supposed to be for Pizarro, or is that supposed to be for Chanel? Pizarro doesn't spit. Pizarro usually goes live on her phone. So I was like, process of elimination, because Chanel had mentioned that she had paid for her laptop, right? Chanel had mentioned she had paid for the laptop, so it was like, okay, so I think was meant for that was meant for Chanel, but Pizarro also got a new laptop. But I think Pizarro, I have no idea. Okay, that first live, it's like, who? And then Joy Quinn, did you see that Kwani? Man, Queen Kwani. When I tell you I'm listening to multiple stuff, Kwani went live. Here I am. I go like switching. I'm like jumping from, Kwani went live. Kwani was like, put a name to it. Put a name to it. Put a name. Joy Queen, did you see that? It was Chantel talking to Tisa at the very end. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, because then Chanel also heard what she said. And then she said she was gonna be spitting at the laptop, and then she was tapping that damn laptop. You guys need to stop, because I was running around trying to get the information, and then at some point at the end I like fell out, okay? I was hollering. I was hollering, and I made sure to stay out of the chat so that I didn't put any laughing emojis, right? Because I like all the parties involved. She was over there talking about someone spitting on the laptop, and then Chanel was responding, talking about, yeah, here I go spitting at the laptop, and then she starts tapping the laptop. Chanel, Chanel was tapping the letter. Said, I'm paranoid now. I need a start check on all. I was like, I cannot with you guys that we're talking at the community wall, right? Chanel was saying, "Oh, Chanel heard because Chanel heard some of the stuff that she said, right?" And Chanel read the community wall, and so she was responding. Hence, why she did the laptop tapping and the spitting comment. Because initially, when Tisa said it, I was like, Pizarro doesn't spit. Pizarro goes live mostly on her phone. I'm like, oh, she's talking about Chanel. Okay, so she says all of that stuff, right? And Chanel was like, listen, I'm going to play the recording. I think she gave a teaser. That's why she dropped that short. That's a short, right? She dropped it before she went live, right? She dropped that short before she went live. And I heard it. And what Tisa has said there is really what she has said on the spaceship like those months ago, as far as like, disrespect. However, I believe that there's more because whenever Chanel said that there's, like recording, she talked about what was said. So there is more recording. I don't believe that that's all the recording, right? She said, "Hey, Chef Octopi, how are you?" Uh, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm reading the chat. Damn you guys. Okay. I'm reading Sissy, I'm reading your comment. I'm like, oh my gosh, damn it. Um, so Kwani goes live, and of course, I'm always in Kwani's bushes when I can help it, if I catch the live or I catch the replay, right? So she went live in the middle of all of this, or maybe after Tisa's live. If I'm not mistaken, right? Because Chanel, she said, put a name to it, right? You didn't say any name. Why are you not saying any name? Blah, blah, blah. She's telling her, right? And then Chanel comes back live, and Kwani's like, okay, Chanel is live there, and your name is in the title, right? I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's going live at the same time. So then Tisa comes back the second time. They wore me out too. I was drained because I was leaning back. I was leaning back because I was like, oh, thank God. Tisa's live is the second live was short, right? Chanel had gone off. It's like, okay, Chanel is done. Chanel's live was done. So at this time, it was Tisa and was Kwani live again? I feel like Tisa was live and Pizarro was live and Nez was live. Okay. So you tell me how many bushes I was jumping in. Ness was also live. Nessie, Nessie Pooh was over there doxing who is alleged to be Pizarro's husband. Nessie Pooh, you know that they've doxed her husband before. Like they've doxed who is supposed alleged to be Pizarro and her husband and kids like 11 times. Right? Nessie Pooh was over there doxing Pizarro because they got in a fight. I'm gonna talk about that. I don't even know what to say about that, right? So all these people were live, and I'm trying to keep up with what's going. So Tisa comes back live, right? And this time she put a name to it, and she says Chanel's name, right? But I think people who know and people in the chat were like talking about Pizarro. So obviously, the first live she was talking about both of them, right? Because if people are hitting the panel and they're thinking that she's talking about Pizarro, but she's talking about Chanel. It was weird. It was confusing. Hi Cole's Worlds. How are you? Welcome. So, and the second time she came back, she didn't say Pizarro's name. However, some of the stuff that she addressed obviously was about Pizarro. And so Pizarro was over there addressing her. But Nessie Pooh ended her life where she was dragging. Who was Nessie Pooh dragging? Nessie Pooh was mad because of Pizarro. They got in a fight. But why is this fight any different? Because then she went to doxing Pizarro because Pizarro was talking about her parenting. She was not talking about her child. But I feel like we've seen this fight between them before. But this time she dogs who is alleged to be Pizarro's husband and baby dad, right? So Nessie Pooh, then after her live ended, she went over there to Tisa's panel because she wanted to get a summary of what was going on, because we saw that Tisa was finally live. But Nessie Puta that it was about Chanel. While it was about the Chanel recording, it also was about Pizarro. Let's not forget that first live of Tisa. Anybody that will go listen to that, she was talking about Pizarro and Chanel. If she didn't mean to talk about Pizarro, part of that stuff seemed like double talk where she was talking about Pizarro, because not all of it applied to Chanel. Um, Tisa what did you say, Coleslaw? And then I saw you guys in Chanel's chat. I was like, welcome, Beef Sector. Yes, Beef Sector is in the building. Beef Sector, because Kwani, I was in Kwani's bushes. I'm always in Kwani's bushes, and she said, yes, Chanel just went live. Let's go find out. She said she was gonna share it. I knew exactly when she shared it because I saw familiar names in the chat. It could have all been avoided. Pisa was chilling about all that. Yeah, she hadn't really talked about it. I think she was waiting for the tape because we saw it on live. We saw like that time when Tisa they talked, and so I think Pizarro was just waiting to see, is there anything new that I didn't hear about already, because we already talked about this, right? Um, so 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 I guess that, what did you say? Oh wait, the first Coswell, what did you say to get blocked? Oh, was that you? Was that you that dropped in the chat? Because I was like, who is the person that did Tisa address you? Someone dropped in Tisa's chat that she addressed. Someone dropped in Tisa's chat that she addressed. I was like, oh my gosh, I guess somebody got blocked. Is it Pizarro? He even says she didn't care if Tisa said. Yeah, I think Pizarro doesn't care. I think she just wanted to know what if there was any new information, but I think she felt like there wouldn't be anything new because they had already talked about it. And I mentioned before, like, I don't know if you heard that part, Joy Quinn, because I mentioned before the whole crab leg stuff. Pizarro hears that all the time. People tell her she begs for crab leg. Listen, she asked for the money and people give her the money. The interns give her the money for the crab leg, and people, get upset that she asks and she receives. Hi, Demon Time DJ, how are you? Oh, okay. Cool. So you said, I'm lost who you addressed to Chanel. She went up. Pizarro and said nearly as much as five Chanel, yeah, even VS. But yeah. Okay, thank you. Because that's what I was saying. Because I was saying, to me, it was like she was talking at both of them, or mostly Pizarro, really, because a lot of the stuff she was saying really pertain to Pizarro and not Chanel, right? So if you know, like, her history at the spaceship, or like, if you know that relationship, you know that it was directed at Pizarro. That's what I said in my commentary. I felt like it was Pizarro and some of it was Chanel, but she didn't say a name, right? But when she came back the second time, she put a name to it. She said Chanel's name. I don't know if she said Pizarro's name, but I think people in the chat were confused because some people thought were talking like she was talking at Pizarro, right? She kept saying Intel. That's why, yeah. She said, yeah. And the Intel part, obviously, that means you're talking to Pizarro without saying Pizarro's name. Um, yeah, exactly. So she when she came back the second time, she came back the second live. That's when she, like, called out Chanel's name. Tisa said she wants all the smoke. Okay, Tisa said she wants the smoke, and then Chanel was over there like, "Listen, girl, I don't have time. I'm trying to finish this other stuff I'm doing over here. I'll deal with you later." But there was some stuff on community wall. There was some information on community wall. Chanel put information on community wall. Um,
Tisa was like responding to stuff on community wall, so go check out the community wall, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so my boo. I heard my boo's name in the midst of all of this, right? Okay, so at some point, Chanel, when she first mentioned this recording of Tisa, she said that whose picture someone's picture of a car, right? If you guys want all the details, Chanel's life is up. It's Big Bag Cartel. You can go like that's where all this the where she mentioned this, right? Um, she did not play any. Okay, she dropped a short. She dropped a short, like a little clip of a Tisa recording. But she said she's gonna come back and play. She said when like I think her son was there. Like when he's not there, she's gonna play the Tisa recording, right? But she had mentioned that there was someone's car, a picture of someone's car that was taken, right? So when she said the name, when she said the name, she said it was my boo. It was Boo Gang Asia. She said Tisa took a picture of Boo Gang Asia's car. Excuse me. And alleged that Boo Gang Asia, what did she allege? Like Boo Gang Asia like took something out of, allegedly stole something, and I'm like, what? Right? Um so what Chanel was saying is like, listen, if you were not arrested, or if Walmart didn't confront you or whatever, you can sue Walmart and Tisa could get in trouble, right? We saw did she show that picture? I feel like she showed the picture. I feel like she showed the picture on I may be wrong. I guess maybe when she plays the recording, we'll see. Yes, but this was the first time that I heard a name being put to the car. Apparently, the car is alleged to be Boo Gang Asia's car. Boo Gang Asia is in the Mo 3 sector. So that information, right? Because I know in the beef sector, we're like, we're like, whose car? Whose car? Who was the person alleged? Boo Gang Asia is a person. It was alleged to be Boo Gang Asia's car, right? She took a picture of the car, alleging that she had taken some stuff out of Walmart or whatever, and I don't know the full story. This is what I heard, and I heard Boogang Asia's name. I don't know if Boogang Asia has found out. Oh my gosh, can you imagine how, man? Um, so so it's like, oh my gosh, this is messy. It's only what, Tuesday? Okay, it's Wednesday, and everybody is running amok. You guys are running amok. You guys are running amok. People are fighting. Pizarro and Nesipu. I think you guys will be okay because you guys fight like this and then you guys make up, right? But I don't think that Nesipu has ever like doxed you before. So I don't know. That was kind of weird. And then Jade, Dunn, and Onside April fell out. So did they really fall out for? I didn't finish watching Deanna Irvin's interview with Jay Dunn. So Jay Dunn went over there. It kind of started yesterday, right? Um, like April. This is over. What in the beef sector, we like to start gate. So is this generator gate? This is generator gate. Okay, they're falling out over generator gate, right? Um, so as you guys know, I think I have a clip from Lady Nika's video. It kind of started unfolding over there. But I mean, it's kind of been happening for some while because, okay, as you know, um, Jay Dunn doesn't get along with Nesipu, right? And April
Onside April is friends with both of them. Okay, so Jaden has said that, like she helped April by, generator during the storm, during the hurricane season and all of that stuff. And, like they're like friends, outside of YouTube, right? She checks on her and all of that stuff. I remember during that flood that, like, yeah, Jaden was one of the people that talked to Onside April and came and gave us update. Hi, TC Boo, how are you? And came and give us an update, right? So we know that they're friends, they talk outside of YouTube, right? So that's not really shocking. Like, and she, she knows her and it's helped her, right? So I think part of the thing is that Jake was upset because she felt like Nesipu allegedly was like saying some, like offensive and maybe like untrue, like, false, making some false allegation or like kind of like trash talking her name. And she wanted April to come out and clear it out. It was like a lie, and she wanted April to clear it out. And she had told her about it, right? And she wanted her to come out and publicly say, like it's not true or whatever. But yesterday, if you go and look at Lady Nika's live from yesterday, Jadon hit the panel and Jadon was talking about the situation, but Unsaid April was in the chat. I think she said she had root canal, so she couldn't really talk, right? She couldn't really come up there. I mean, I guess this is like she was missing for some time, like a couple of months, really. Like we didn't really see her, right? Um, so she had like a root canal. She was saying that, um, you know, I think at some point, was it today that she finally hit the panel on Pizarro's though? So it kind of started unfolding on Lady Nika's yesterday. So if you're able to check out Lady Nika's live from yesterday, check it out. You'll see that it started there. Jadon was on the panel. She was addressing the situation, and they felt that like Ness was doing that to, because it's sort of like when you have a common friend and you have a friend in common, right? And you both don't get along, but you have this one friend that likes both of you, right? And they try to stay in the middle, right? So everybody like Pizarro and Onside April were like, listen, J Don, Ness is just doing this to try to, she knows that this will get under your skin. She's just doing it to get under your skin. I've already told her I can't make her stop lying. I've already said that, she felt that she addressed it, but I feel like, like Jadon felt like, I think she felt betrayed, like, that April didn't, address it in a timely manner, or maybe she didn't like come right out and publicly, like address it and say, listen, this is not true. But April's thing is like, listen, I can't make Ness do this. I've already said that what she's saying is not true. What else can I do? That's a grown woman. I can't make her do anything, right? So essentially that caused them to fall out, right? Because she felt like, listen, I've known you long enough. I helped you, I've been there for you when, other people weren't there for you. Like, how could you be defending that or like condoning her trash talking me? And I told you about it, before. I know you couldn't. April said that she couldn't. She had other stuff going on and she couldn't address it, right? But but I'm giving like a short version of it, right? Also, if you go on Jadon's, was it yesterday? I think Jadon, or today. She did a live today that I feel like I was watching the replay and I didn't finish watching the replay. And she may have talked about it too. So if you go on her platform, you can, listen to it. April, like, was talking in the chat on Lady Nika's when it kind of started spilling out on in front of us, right? Because April couldn't hit the panel, Lady Nika was reading her response. She was like addressing or answering Jay Dunn's comments. But it's kind of sad to see both of them go back and forth and fall out. Hopefully, with time, maybe the old wounds can heal, right? hopefully, right? It's kind of unfortunate to see that unfold. It spilled out again on Pizarro's today. Um, this time I think was it Pizarro's or was it Ness? No, I feel like it was Pizarro because Jadon was Jadon on the panel. I think it was Pizarro's. Yes, it was on Pizarro's. Yeah, so check it out. I think I might have a clip, but I think you have to like check out the whole thing in order to, like understand how it started and for how long, right? Which is part of the reason why Jay Dunn is upset. Like, yeah, I told you about it. It's not because when was Needcation? Needcation is when April was over there. Like as far back at when was that? Was that May? I feel like it was May. So how long ago was that? Like 4 months ago. So I mean, I understand it. I understand both parts, but is their friendship, when people are friends outside of YouTube, you just kind of don't run interference. You just let them deal with it. So Jay Dunn did an interview on Deanna Irvin's platform tonight. Like I think after the Pizarro live. So go check that out. She talks about the whole thing in detail over there. Yeah, so we saw, Jake fall out. Jake, when I say Jake, well, the beef sector, we know that Jake is Jay Don. For the people in the Mo 3 sector, when I say Jake is Jay Don. Uh, so we saw that happen, and that was kind of, that was kind of I don't want to say sad. It was kind of unfortunate, right? Because I know that they're cool, and I don't know. Did Nessie Pooh get a rise out of Jake? What do you guys think? Do you think that Nessie Pooh was doing it to get at Jake by trying to make April choose her over Jake? Do you think that she succeeded? I don't know. I feel like Jake has a point. Red Wings Hockey, hi, how are you? Good morning. I want to sign Wicked Angel just to oh my gosh. Oh wait, hold up. Apparently one bitch blocked my real account. Oh wait, you got blocked? Hold up, let me go over here. The first time in years that's happened to me. The big press. Oh snake. Oh good night. Okay, hold on. Let me go on YouTube and see what happened. I normally have YouTube open. Let me check. Oh wait. Was it an accident? It might have been an accident. Hold up, let me fix it. I think it might have been an accident. Wait, how? Why I can't fix it? Am I not a mod in my own chat? Oh crap! Wait, what page am I on? Hold on, I'm trying to fix it. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. That's a commentary, right? I don't know who's live right now. Oh, I see SD is live. Uh, oh, Sissy is live. Really? ST is live. I don't know. There's something. Joy Queen, let me I'm trying to fix it. But I see it says Cole's Is there a mod in the chat? Can you unblock? I think it was an accident, actually. Can you unblock the Joy Queen? Oh, okay. Oh man, and then she hold up. Okay, yeah, I can do it. I just fixed it. Joy Queen, I just fixed it. Okay, let me do Cole's. I just fixed it. It looks like an accident because it happened. The Joy Queen, I fixed it. And Cole's World. I think it was an accident. Okay, so um yeah, I mean that's like it was a lot happening. I don't I don't know. I see that I don't know what's gonna come out of, like what MHB did. That's kind of like whenever people call law enforcement, it like spooks me out for the people involved because like you don't know, because we watched what happened to Rob, right, on live twice. Um and plus I feel like somebody else. Who else did we watch that happen to? So um yeah, I fixed the Joy Queen. I think it was an accident. I'm not sure. Um, okay. So that's what happened. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I guess we have to stay tuned. As far as the situation with as you know, is SD, Big Baby, 88, and K Cure. Is 88 really out with K Cure? I'm not sure, but she says she's cordial with K Cure. But as far as like what happened tonight, I don't know where did they go from there, because now you put out that information or that allegation on social media and people can run with it, right? As you see, he called MHB called Crime Stoppers on live, right? On all three of them. So um then as far as like the whole Tisa situation, I don't know, but it seemed like I don't. Chanel's gonna release the recordings. She says she's gonna release it later. I don't know what's gonna come of it. I don't know what information is on there. I guess we have to wait until she releases it to. I don't. I guess to find out what's on there, right? We have to wait to find out what's on there. As far as like Isha, the whole Isha and and Chanel and the baby, the not the baby mom, but the husband's ex-wife. I don't know if she's gonna talk. I don't know if she's gonna talk anymore, but she seems really irritated the fact that people on YouTube keep calling her and trying to get, well, they kind of pushed her out to come out, and the fact that she dropped down in the chat, that means she was fed up with, if it seems like she wants to tell something, I don't know what, but she dropped that in the chat to talk, so there's no telling what, you know. I don't know if she's gonna talk. Right. What else? What else did I cover? Nessie Pooh and Pizarro. I don't know about that one. I feel like this, that's the nature of their relationship. Okay, so what happened with Nessie Pooh called Rodney, and I saw someone type that Rodney lost his rent. I don't think he did, because she asked him, I haven't really seen you. And he said because he's working like 12-hour shifts or whatever. And he said, I don't mind being your mod. So I don't think that he lost his rent. I think he explained why he hadn't been around. I would think that the job thing is more important. That's like your daily bread, right? So, um, okay, what else? What else did I cover? Jade and Onsite April. Yeah, that falling out. That was kind of wild. Um, what else? But this is like the past 24 hours. So that is all I have. That was all I had to watch, really, like tonight. I want to say tonight, right? Yes. I don't even want to say 24 hours because it really was, it's really more like 8 hours. It's really more like 8 hours. I did take a nap. You know, I take naps. I did take a nap. I woke up. I missed part of like I don't know, I missed part of it. I think maybe it was that Pizarro that was live at the time. I missed part of it, but I read balled it back, you know. So I hope I have kept you guys up to date. I hope I have kept you guys up to date. Where do you, I'm going to try to do the clips, okay? Whatever clips I have. Now, I don't have any clips of like K-Cure because I have not talked to K-Cure and stuff. I can tell you to go to K-Cure, K-Cure's chat. She dropped down in the chat. So if you want to go check that out and get details of that live, where SD and Big Baby obviously has her own platform as well, but all of that transpired between K-Cure's live and 88's live, right? And then MHB, of course, went live on his platform, and he was on 88's platform. Chanel Cartel, you guys know I've shared that. I share her on my wall. You can find her stuff on my wall. For you guys know Style with Tisa, and then of course you know Pizarro's, right? I know that's why you guys like the clip, because there's a lot of places to go to get the information, right? There's a lot of, I just named like, I want to say 5 lives, 5 live streams, okay? I just named like 5 live streams that I watched, right, in order to kind of like give you guys the update. All right, so I do appreciate, I'm not going to drop the link. I mean, unless anybody wants to, I don't know, it's like 3:44. I don't think anybody wants to talk about the situation, but I just wanted to bring the recap, chit chat with you guys, tell you guys what's been going on for the past half day. And I will keep you guys posted. I hope you guys have a good morning or good night. It is 3:44 here. I'm going to be up because I took a nap, so I'm not gonna fall asleep. I will see you guys in these YouTube streets. Keep an eye out on my community wall. Keep an eye out for when I finally get a chance to go over the clips and release the clips. You probably see the clips to some of the stuff I talked about. And in those clips, for the people who don't know, in those clips, I will direct you to the original video. So if you wanted to go find out more or watch it in detail, you can go over there by following the link. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the people in the clouds who support from the clouds, to the people who drop down, to the mods, and the replay crew. Okay, I appreciate you all. Thank you. Good night. Good morning. I will see you guys later. Bye.